At this time, we'll go ahead and start the meeting. We'll call to order. Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Here.
Mills, Hollybush,
Here.
Vandergraff, here, Holmes,
Here.
Wright, here, Dotson,
Here.
quorum present.
All right, quorum present. Next on our discussion list, next item we have is discussion on marketing services for all brand kind contract. Will you all come forward, please?
Sheena, do you have a copy of their contract?
Is that what this is, right? Okay, while we're waiting on those copies, I have some questions in regards to administration, operations, and I guess some of our logistical avenues that you all have been taking and what have you. But before I ask those questions, I'm going to open the floor to the council to see if they have any questions.
So-
Not at this time for me.
My question is on the website. I know you guys started working on that as soon as you got the contract a year ago, and we still don't have a website.
Yes, that is almost finished and almost ready to launch. And I would love to show you guys our progress. We talked about doing a workshop so that we could go through all of that with you guys before we get to the launch point to make sure that you're good with it.
So I know the city has been working on a new website as well. And Tyler, when did we start that process?
Was it February,
Of this year?
I believe so?
And when are we expected to have that one up and operational?
Here within a few weeks, I believe. Let's see.
So my question is, the reason I brought that up is because we started in February looking at something that is, I imagine, much more complex than what you guys are working on for Experience Texarkana. Why has it taken over a year to get almost a website?
For most of our work is not necessarily the technical detail. We're putting a lot of content together that's like tour guides and things like that. And so packaging all of that up and getting it ready to launch is what's been taking so long.
Do we
Well,
have-
and I will say that when we drew up this contract and took on this account, we'd never been into the website, like logged into it, so we quoted you guys on redoing it, but we hadn't seen it. So once we got in there, and I think we've talked about this, we realized it was a platform that we couldn't work in. It's something, the sales agency has a sub-agency that does the website. So we started rebuilding it from scratch. So that wasn't something that we first saw on the front end that we would have to do. But we did give a date. I think last week somebody emailed about the hosting on it, and we said, hey, August 1, we're gonna get rid of the old website and launch the new website. So we've been trying to move everything over for SEO and all the things that were there. And we have focused. This has been a slower on-ramp than we expected, I think, in the beginning. But we have focused a lot heavier on social media and kind of getting you guys to have a better presence, have more contact with the local businesses and more interaction with them and more interaction with people, and that has succeeded. So we see that as a win, and we know that a lot of people go to social media before they go to the website, but that still is not an excuse. We want the website live, and we will have the website live.
I do have a follow-on with that. I know I said I was going to wait to the end, but again, what did you say? What was the obstacle that kept you from getting to that starting point, that launch point? What was the
Not an
obstacle?
We've just been gathering a lot of content for the website, just basically rewriting and improving. We've been getting photos and new video and things like that, and so all of that will be reflected in the website. It's been kind of can't do this until we have this, and so on.
So do you foresee that that's something you would have to outsource to get completed, or?
No,
what
we've
do you-
already outsourced most of that. We're just pulling it together.
Yeah, we've been outsourcing some of the pieces that we are not able to do.
And so your timeline for that to actually happen, that we will see that, what's your?
We would love to schedule a workshop right now, so that we can walk through what we've got with you guys, so that we can prepare to launch if you're happy with it, or make changes if you're not.
So you guys know that we went to the Arkansas Governor's Conference on Tourism in February, and we talked to a lot of other A&Ps and kind of got a better understanding of how other people are doing things and things like that. We had a meeting with Tyler after that, and we brought up a workshop, because that's not something that we knew that we could do, but other A&Ps are doing those more regularly and meeting more regularly than y'all are. So we decided that we would schedule a workshop with you guys. We just hadn't reached out about it, but probably July.
Yeah, even sooner.
So in February, you all discovered that we might need to do a workshop, and right now, we're just now about to schedule.
Well, we discovered that we had the capability to do a workshop.
Right.
I think we just met with Tyler last month, and he was going to roll out some stuff with you guys, which he did at the last meeting. We weren't here, but we watched that meeting, and we're excited about some of those changes. So, yeah, then we were like, hey, let's start doing regular, either monthly meetings instead of quarterly, or doing workshops in between these quarterly meetings so that we can be kind of on the same page.
I know you tentatively put out there July. Do we need to wait that long, or you need to
No, we can
wait
schedule a
sooner?
meeting for June.
Well, I guess we'll get with the admin team, and we kind of shoot out some dates, and they coordinate with them, and just kind of let us know, and we'll kind of go from there. We've got June, July, August, it's pretty busy months. Yeah.
Well, and you guys, I think, have another workshop scheduled to talk about the parks plan, so
All right.
we don't want to workshop you to death, but yeah.
We'd also like to show you guys in the workshop some videos, commercials, and things like that that we've gotten produced that we need to present to you.
Well, hey, I think at this point, we cannot afford not to be proactive at this point. Time has already gone by, so we need to coordinate.
Okay, yeah.
Will it be up and ready whenever you'll have a demonstration for us?
Yes.
At that
That
workshop.
workshop?
Yeah, it'll be a live demonstration.
Oh, sorry, Lisa.
Sorry.
You good.
So on the contract we pay you guys $8,000 a month as a retainer. And the retainer is supposed to cover strategy and planning, strategy meetings, editorial planning, administrative tasks, digital content creation, graphic design, layout, copyright, social video. So we haven't had a meeting with you guys since we signed a contract last year. And I think you've come to one meeting.
We've
We
been-
haven't received, as a commission, I don't think we've received any update on anything that you guys have been doing over the last year.
We've updated you guys. We brought slides. The only meeting that we've missed was the last one, and we let Commissioner Brewer know and Tyler know that we weren't going to make it because we were judging at Pitch It. But we
Yeah,
have
Pitch
those
It.
meetings. We have strategy meetings. We have a contractor that works for us on social media. We meet with her all the time. So yeah, we're always strategizing. We do all the graphic design for those posts that you see on social media that you hopefully see. So we're doing all of that
But as
stuff.
far as updating us on, everything going on and everything, what you're doing and keeping us up to date, we haven't had that kind of meeting, right?
We've not, and there's definitely room for improvement there. And we'd love to be more involved and interactive with you guys.
We did present it, y'all's, not the last council meeting, but the one before that. We showed slides and we showed you guys some stuff that we'd been working on, so yes, there. If there's a way going forward that we can communicate more, we would love that. It's our understanding that we cannot email all of you guys. It's not allowed. But if there's another way that we can get together, or if y'all want to do workshops monthly, or,
I think emailing us is absolutely allowed. They're allowed to communicate with us on projects they're doing, correct?
Yes,
They can't email the group.
right. The only issue there is whether it becomes a public meeting per the open meetings law, but yes, there can be emails, we just can't make a decision. There can't be any action taken through those
In an
emails.
email.
Gotcha. It would just be an update.
Like, you can't take a vote, right.
Right,
You
right,
can't
yeah.
take a vote and things
Yeah.
like that.
No action, no action.
Can you
Okay.
give feedback?
Yes.
okay, well, we're happy to start a monthly email to,
Yes, starting monthly email would be good.
Sure.
And even if we have to go to meeting every other month or what have you, because communication is key. That's always the success of any business, any organization, especially like when I was talking about in the very beginning, I was talking about logistics and the public relations, not only public relations that you're doing for the city, but the communication and relations that you have with us as well, because so we're not always, coming from behind trying to catch up. So if there's something that the council want to do, because I'm all in for it, meeting every other month, once a month, what have you, to make sure, because you guys are very intricate piece about what we're doing, and we're actually, paying these monies. We want to see return on investment, and so just letting it go month after month without any foresight, I think we need to do a little better both
Yeah,
on
we
both
would
ends.
love more communication.
So I've looked through the invoices for the last 12 months, and so we're paying $8,000 as a retainer, and it's not itemized as to what we are getting in return for that. And then above and beyond that, we're being charged for social media, we're being charged for, $12,000, one of 3 payments for videography. And so what does the retainer cover? Because the only thing that I can see is what's on social media. We don't have a website. We have a billboard that I came to you guys with. And I don't see, do we have any branded material that's going out to welcome centers? Are we in publications anywhere, bringing awareness to Texarkana from outside of the city?
So that's a lot of things to cover, but the first thing I'll say is, in the contract, there's one person that's named to approve things that will go above and beyond the $8,000 a month. We're not charging you for social media beyond the $8,000. The $8,000 is our estimate of what it would take to manage the website, answer the emails that come from the website, do the social media, do the PR stuff, do whatever paperwork we have to do, place ads for you guys, field questions for you guys, whatever. We sent a proposal to Brewer about the videography, and that was approved by Brewer. He's the one, like I said in here, that would approve anything over that $8,000 a month. And so that's what's been billed 3 times for videography, and that's paid. Most of the video's done. We'll show it to you guys at the workshop.
So that's one video?
No,
No.
it's a series of 15 and 30-second commercial spots targeting a variety of different audiences.
Where are those located? Are
They're
they?
not, we want to show them to you all first before we put them anywhere.
Yeah, they're not out there yet. The last thing that the videographer shot was the fair. And now I think we've got one more shoot that we're going to do to get some stuff in front of the courthouse. But there's nightlife focus. We actually shot at Hopkins. I don't know if George remembers. We came in. A bunch of restaurants downtown. There's some focuses. So there's like a family focus, nightlife and food focus.
Have
arts.
these been posted anywhere?
No, not
No.
yet. No.
So I guess I'm trying to think, if we have videos already made,
Well, they're not finished yet. The videographer's editing them right
when did we
now.
start videoing? When did we hire this person to, or did you hire this person to start?
We did hire this person.
Yeah, we started gathering footage in the fall, and so we have like a list of shoots and of different events that happen throughout the year. We wanted to make sure we got the Christmas parade and the fair and, different things like that.
Universal vibe, yeah.
Yeah, and so we've been getting that footage throughout the year and now pulling it together into the different buckets that it goes into for the commercials.
So
I
he
don't
shot the,
understand why it wasn't posted throughout the year. I guess that's what I'm just saying, trying to think. Why wouldn't we post, if we had the videos, why don't we post the video anywhere? Social media, website?
well, we have little videos that go out on social media regularly as reels. But for this video campaign, because these were commercials that are going to show snapshots of things throughout the year, we were just waiting until we have everything in the videos, a finished product, before we put them out there. So, like I said, we'll show them to you guys at the workshop. He's been shooting parks now that it's green and the
Okay.
trees are green. And then they will go on the website,
Gotcha.
and y'all have a YouTube channel, and
And the thinking, and our idea is that we're gonna get the website launched. We've got these videos. Now we can start, we haven't been doing a lot of paid digital advertising, so now we can really use that and drive traffic to the website with these new videos, with this new look. Drive traffic to the new website so that we can regain any SEO that we lose from the transfer.
Okay.
So-
And I want to, Holly Bush had one other question, or one other thing that I want to touch on. You asked about any paid advertisements. We did do an advertisement in the Arkansas Meeting Planner. It's a annual publication that goes out, and we showed it to you guys at the meeting where we did the slideshow.
Do y'all advertise on any of our, like, state websites? Because you can go to state websites and they've got events from all over the state, and they'll let you do that for free. I mean, are y'all aware of what's out there to,
We're in contact with those people. They send us pitches, like pitch decks and stuff, yes.
Okay.
so, let's circle back to the website, because, I mean, I don't know, we've got the retainer, $8,000 a month, which comes to just under $100,000. How much have you billed us for this year?
I'm not prepared
Sheena,
right now
you-
with that, because we just,
Do you know the total? Because I think it's right at what the limit is, 197.5.
I'm not sure. I would have to, if you guys had told us in advance we were going to have this meeting and let me have a little preparation, I could have pulled all that, but I don't know. Beyond the retainer, we've billed, and some months, the way that we set it up with Tyranda was to bill the retainer at the beginning of the month and then true up the following month. So there have been months where you guys have come in under, it's been 6,000 or 7,000 or whatever. But the only thing above and beyond that we've billed for would be the videography, the Arkansas Meeting Planner ad, the billboard, and I would have to look back to see if there was anything else. But all of those things we got approval for before we built.
And we had estimates for some of it in the contract for like the videography and stuff.
Sheena, do you know those numbers?
She's adding them up right now.
On the social media, are you tracking where your clicks are coming from or anything? Like, feeder cities, are we getting views from feeder cities or for Facebook or the website we have now? Are y'all tracking that?
We have reports that pull all of that data.
Okay.
For social, our focus has been just getting good, consistent, current content out and just getting a lot of stuff out there and driving up followers.
Okay.
So we haven't necessarily been targeting individual areas on organic social media, but we can do that when we
Okay.
start paid advertising.
And you had mentioned that y'all have been getting out meeting people and everything. Can you give us an idea who y'all have talked to and, stuff like that?
I think most of the people that we talk to about you guys is going to be the news channels trying to sell us ads. The state of Arkansas, their marketing agencies reached out to us several times about different opportunities for paid ads. We don't field like PR requests for you guys. Like if somebody said, hey, why was there a shooter at the airport? That's
But
not
are y'all
something that we
getting
do.
out and, without anybody asking y'all, are y'all getting out and attending any events, handing out T-shirts?
We do
Anything like
not.
that?
So in our contract, and this is a thing that's been kind of unclear to us, where we're like, who is the spokesperson for the A&P? We're doing the advertising and the marketing, but who is the face of this organization? And Tyler, I know, talked to you guys about maybe hiring someone, and we think that would be a great in-between, to go in between us and the public, where that person could sit at a table at
So
a
y'all
festival.
don't go out
We
to
do not.
public to events or
We
to
do not.
push Texarkana, Arkansas or anything like that?
No, I mean, if someone reaches out to us, Commissioner Hollybush forwarded us an email that we'd already talked to somebody who
Okay.
puts together like welcome packages. So if people reach out to us and say, hey, do you have swag for us? Yeah, we'd give it to them. But we don't go to festivals and sit and say, we are the city of Texarkana, Arkansas, and hand stuff out.
Okay.
Now,
that
if there
is-
were a person that
Or
would
if
do
you,
that, we
like,
would
go
love
out
to work
and
with that
say, Hey, I
person.
would like to put you on our website. I'd like to take a picture of you and put you on our Facebook. None of that happens, though.
Well, when we did the videography, I mean, we came into the restaurant, we came with the videographer,
But the
and
thing is, we're not seeing anything.
okay.
You
Well, and like I said,
Hey,
this
to
has had
that-
a slower on-ramp than what we expected it to have.
Let me
just-
interject on that,
Sure.
that part, just to let you know that we are working on that, just like you said, that we're in communication with Tyler, we're putting together an action plan. That way, we can have a better communication as far as liaison and what have you. So that's something that we plan on improving on in the near future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exciting to us, because we do field a lot of questions
Yeah.
that do come through the website, Commissioner Vandergraff, like, where people say, hey, I'm coming in town, it's going to be my birthday, what's a good venue to go to? Where's an RV park I can go to? My biker friends are coming, where can we meet up? So we do get questions like that, and we try to answer those to the best of our ability. But if they want us to, I'm not going to plan the party for you, and it's like some people want that, like, personal touch with a person, so.
Well, we understand what's in your contract, and we know, you have to operate within your command authority. So we're going to move on. So we still need to talk about this contract extension as far as, I understand the expiration is upon us here in 2 or 3 days or next week or something like that. Is that correct, Attorney?
June 1st, 2024 to June 1st, 2025.
Okay.
See, my
Are there more
question-
questions? Oh, left side, go ahead.
So, it's been a year, and we've received very little communication. You're telling us, oh, we've got these videos and this content, and we're stacking stuff, and we're working on websites. We've managed to hire a company for the city that's been able to put something together in less than 4 months. That should be operational soon. So what has taken so long to get a website? I mean, I can go build a website tomorrow online. It's not gonna be what a professional could do, but.
Right. I mean, I'm not trying to be smart, I promise, but I can't imagine what that website's costing. I'm sure it's a lot. And we didn't price you guys on building a whole new website. We just priced you on taking over what you had. We didn't know we would have to rebuild it. So I understand you want it to be live. It's going to be live August 1. If you want to come by our office, we can put you in the back end and show you what we've got. It's beautiful. We don't have any other reason for that other than we've been doing what we can and handling all the other things in the social media.
So we don't know the cost of the new website? Is that
We've been
what you're
covering
saying?
it in-house within our retainer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What's
So,
the total billing?
The total since, for Auburn Kind took over, we've paid them $163,000.
and so we haven't billed additional for the website. Our retainer's been covering developers or anybody that we've used to help us with it. If you brought in a company and they could turn one out in 2 months, I'm sure it's like a $60,000 plus price tag. And I mean, that wasn't something that we felt like we could do with you guys.
Okay.
I think a lot of the worries up here would go away if we saw a demonstration of the website and we saw a few videos. All of a sudden, this is my first meeting, so I don't know, I'm just
Yeah,
talking out
no.
loud. But I think that if we saw it, it'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and I will say from our perspective, we came into this being told, you'll come to quarterly meeting, so 4 meetings a year, and then we were told not to email you guys because it counted as a quorum. So, if there are other ways to communicate, we'd love to hear them. And we'd love to start doing that better and differently.
Yes, definitely. We do need to increase the frequency or how often we communicate with you all and you all communicate with us. Because we shouldn't be at this point that, here it is, we're just not seeing you all and for the, I don't know, last 4 months, 6 months, what have you. And as you can tell, we're loaded with questions. I got like a whole list right here, but it's obvious that you all not prepared for this. And,
Well, you guys told us about this meeting at 12:30 today, so that's why we're not prepared for this.
yeah, I just found out as well. So we're just trying to.
Well, and
make
we're
it through
not,
this.
I mean, we want to work as well as we can with you guys. We're not trying to hold you hostage. If there are things in this contract you're not happy with, let's change it before we renew, or if you decide to renew. I mean, we want this to work for both sides of this equation. I'm not trying to be defensive
I don't think it would have
or,
to be in the contract to say, please keep us updated on a regular basis. I don't think that needs to be in the contract. That's just courtesy to us because we're paying y'all to do this.
I understand, I agree.
Okay.
I will say, I'm not trying to put the blame on anyone else, but we were told by Tyronda that any communication with you guys had to come through her. And then when she left,
She's
we're
not
like,
here anymore.
right. So I'm
Yeah.
glad to know that we can email you all. We will
Well, she's been
start
gone a
emailing you
year.
all.
Hasn't she? 8 months, 10 months,
A year.
Yes, but they still don't erase whatever legal protocol we need to have in place, because we expect what we inspect, and we have to have protocol in place. Yeah. And so that's what we have to get with Attorney Potter and to make sure that we're good on our protocol.
But we can definitely start pulling a monthly report and sending it to you guys, and that'll show social media metrics as well as website. The new website will be live August 1, no matter what. We're going to do that because the hosting's up. And yeah, we're happy to set up a workshop and show it to you guys and show you guys the finished videos that we have. They're really good. And I hope that you guys have been seeing that social media has been good. There has been progress made there. You guys are getting a lot more engagement than you were before with the community. We shared something yesterday about the air show that's coming in 2026, and it has just blown up. Thank you for your quote for the press release for that. So, I mean, we're seeing a lot of wins.
Are there any more questions?
No.
Are we taking any action on this today, or is this just a discussion?
This is what I understand. Just from gathering from this meeting, the contract expires June 1st. And to complete some of the things that you had on the agenda for last year, we're still asking for a workshop so we can see that performance, that, somewhat of an evaluation of, what you all have done for the past year, what have you. So as far as, I'm going to get with Attorney Potter, see if it's something we need to take action today, or do we need to just ask for an extension till the workshop is over, or what have you. By all means, we don't want to be outside the scope of whatever we need to do for this contract moving forward, especially if you all say you need more time to gather more data and to present. Yeah.
I do have one more question.
Oh,
So outside of, what you're billing contractors, what would you say your time commitment is to this project? Like how many hours a week, a month? Like what is,
We track our hours weekly, and then that's what gets billed to you guys at the end of the month. So that invoice is a direct reflection of time spent.
so how many hours?
And without me
What's
having
the
it in front of
hourly
me.
rate?
There's a rate for different tasks. I want to say it's in the contract.
Yeah, it's different types of tasks.
Well, it's definitely on the invoice, but we can clarify that.
Do you have that, Sheena, on the invoice?
Which one?
The hourly rate for billing for the services rendered?
So the Appendix A in the contract has kind of those categories of tasks, the strategy and planning, and then there are bullets below that, content creation, bullets below that. And so each one of those is what we track our hours on. And I mean, we estimated that on the front end. That's how we came up with that $8,000 number. That it wasn't just pulled out of thin air, on how much time it would take to manage things for you guys.
On the invoice, the rates are different based on what they're billing for. So it's not one specific rate for.
What's the range for that? $50 an hour or?
No, the strategy and planning is $135. You have content creation at $83. Social media management, $75. Website management, $91. And then public relations at $100 an hour.
Does that include the retainer, or is that?
That all adds up
Service.
to the retainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a 15% agency fee on top of that adds up to
For what? No.
the agency fee that y'all charge?
I think,
Or is that only on advertising? Like if y'all go and buy a billboard?
well, we
Yeah,
didn't charge you guys an
15%.
agency fee for those billboards, but if there's something in here about 15%, yes, it would apply to buying paid
I
ads.
think that's for, sorry for talking out of turn, like printing services, any third-party vendor services,
Okay.
their fee is 15% of that, the way I read it.
To manage
Yeah, but we didn't bill you guys for the billboard.
And I don't want this to sound rude, but Tyler, how much would it cost to pay an employee to provide the services that they have provided?
The estimate I gave y'all in my presentation last time for an employee, total cost was about $150,000.
I think that's a healthy exploration for you guys to make. But I will say that when we met with other A&Ps at the Arkansas Governor's Conference, most of them have they have an A&P staff of staffed people that just do the A&P. They're not city employees. And then they still work with an agency to do ad placement, maybe social media, whatever else. And then some of them work with a national agency to get them seen on a national level. So it's not uncommon for this, for this agency relationship to come in on top of a salary, from what I saw. But like I said, if that's something you guys want to explore, I think it's smart.
Yeah, the
Because there are
larger
things
cities
that-
have that, for sure. But,
They have larger budgets as well.
hmm?
They have larger budgets as well.
Yeah.
Well, and we were given access to the sales agency contract before we bid on this with you guys, and so we tried to stay comparable or, below, whatever. So I don't think what we're billing is beyond the scope of normal, for sure, but if that's something that you guys need to explore, I understand. And we are, for what it's worth, we are open to just doing a month-to-month for a few months until we have a workshop.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If the commission would approve extending this contract by, right now, a month, and allowing me to draft another agreement, meet sometime in June, draft another agreement, because there's things, websites, and other things that need to be seen by the commission. If we can get a new agreement drafted, have time to see if we want to set a meeting in June tonight. Maybe I don't know if they want to send that to you guys or make a presentation or what. We can get something in writing sometime in June.
That sounds good. Do you need June or do you need July?
We can make June work.
Okay,
When will you think the
Sure.
video will be ready to show us?
We can show you what we have. We're just
Yeah.
lacking one video that we were going to do one more little shoot for this summer, but we'll show you what we have. We have quite a few videos, so yeah.
okay, well, with that being said, is there a motion on the floor?
I motion that we allow 1 month to produce the video to us, present it to us, and the meeting to be next week.
All right, it's been motion and second, it's been motion, is there,
So we're scheduling a meeting next week?
Next week to see the video. There's no
I
sense in waiting.
Will y'all have
I
a
think-
full presentation?
Can we look at dates in June and send you guys some?
yeah, I think we said in the month of June,
Correct,
And
which
then-
June does start next week, but I think next week we've got some,
In that motion.
Prior
did we
commitments.
Put anything about extension? Because this contract is expiring June 1st?
Yeah, just extend it to like July 1st.
Okay.
And for now, for
Okay,
now.
okay. Well, I'll second.
All right, it's been motion and second. Roll call, please.
Holly Bush,
Yes.
Vandergraff,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Dodson,
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, it's been, a motion carries. Do you have any more questions or concerns?
well, if you guys want to discuss a date right now, or we can email out some dates, I think the week of June 16th or the following week, the 23rd, the last 2 weeks of June would be better for us as far as availability.
The last 2 weeks of June?
Yeah.
The 16th at 4 o'clock?
It works for us if it works for everybody else.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. We have a city board meeting
Or
that night.
16th
We have
at
a-
some point?
Right.
I can't
4
do
o'clock would
anything
be
that
good.
morning.
Because we'd have a city board meeting at 6, so that would give us plenty of time.
yeah, it's on the third. It's the third Monday. Yeah, I'll be in town at that time. And what time are we looking at?
Like 4 o'clock or something?
I think I'm good with that time.
Are you good?
4 o'clock?
Yes.
It's good.
Is y'all's
Dawson?
preference, if we're doing
Dawson?
this and calling it like a workshop, to do it in here, or do you want to, what do we do that?
Yeah,
somewhere
if you
else?
could
In here?
present it in here.
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay.
And you said y'all have your meeting at 6?
At 6.
Yeah.
So we, okay.
So pack your lunch.
All right, so we will meet back with you in the workshop June 16th at 4:30 PM.
I thought you said 4. I
Let's
thought
do
you,
4.
It's 4?
4:30.
I stand corrected. It's 4. If you all, we agreed at 4,
Yeah?
4 PM.
Okay.
All right. Just back brief, just make sure I get it right. Yeah. All right, do you have any more questions or concerns?
Just maybe to hear from you guys, besides showing you the website, showing you the videos, is there anything else, and we can bring some metrics, is there anything else that you guys are curious about that will make you happy, that you want to see?
There was one thing. Let's see.
Have you guys boosted any posts on
Oh,
social
the,
media?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead, Lisa.
The social media or the website clicks and where they originated, feeder cities or, so.
Okay.
Holly Bush, you have a question?
No, I was just wanting to know, boosted posts, is that done often? Because I've never seen a sponsored ad. I see the content because I follow the pages, but
We have boosted a few posts, but we wanted to get these commercials so that we can run those as ads, and as like an organized campaign as opposed to like a boost.
So Facebook isn't, none of the, so the posts, are they boosted, every one of them?
No.
Can I ask why?
We just
Because
been,
we're trying to get tourism in, we need it spread out, you know?
we typically don't boost post a lot, just as a strategy. We kind of pick and choose which ones we do, but we've just been working toward launching a comprehensive campaign with these new videos.
Okay.
You have more capability when you create an ad in Facebook rather than just boosting, and that's kind of getting in the weeds, but you can just target differently, and it's more robust, and we consider it better. And so, once we have these ads done, we're gonna run commercials, like,
Okay.
and they can be on
And do
TV.
y'all do them personally, or do y'all hire someone to do that?
To build to build out the ads.
To all your posts and everything on, like, Facebook, who does that? You or,
We have a contractor who does the
Contractor.
content on the
Okay.
Facebook posts.
Y'all have met her, it's Nicole.
yeah, Nicole.
Yeah, so she's just like a part of our team, and she's covered in our retainer, all of that's covered in our retainer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not extra.
I think that's it for me.
Yeah,
Thank
whatever
you.
data you have, clicks, likes, where it's coming from,
Sure,
engagement, all that.
sure. All right.
And I'm just going to reserve these questions until we do the workshop. I'm going to be a good stakeholder of everyone's time here today. If there's nothing else, I thank you all for coming.
All right, thank y'all.
Thanks.
According to this agenda, I understand that we're going to do a brief workshop afterwards. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
That's been, motion and second. Roll call, please.
Holly Bush,
Yes.
Vandergraff,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Dotson,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.